everyone. I'm Kamini from NRIP. I'll be your host for today. It's my pleasure to welcome you all on this webinar on enabling ISVs to scale their application business and innovation on cloud. ISVs want to maximize their business by overcoming the resource constraints and without impacting any growth. But during this phase, they face many challenges like security and compliance, agility, poor resource architecture, cost optimization, and many more. To overcome these challenges, we have our subject matter experts who will put light on the solutions that can be implemented to overcome these challenges. I would like to invite, we have three speakers from NRIP and Creon. We are doing this webinar in association with Creon. We have Ketki Goswami, a senior AWS consultant from NRIP. She has overall 8 years of experience, among which she has 4 years of sound expertise in AWS. Then we have Mr. Sriraja Vasudevan, from Crayon. He holds a vast experience of 15 years. He has been working with ISVs to overcome their challenges, to boost their business from last 10 years. Then we have Mr. Praveen from Crayon. He also has a vast experience of 14 years on solution selling, virtualization, and public cloud, and many more. So I would again like to welcome you all on this webinar. Now I would like to welcome Ketki to take over. Without wasting any time, I'll welcome Ketki to take over from this. Ketki, over to you.
Yeah, Kamini, could you please move to the next slide?
Sure.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm Ketki Goswami, and I'm a senior AWS consultant here in NRIP. So today I'm just going to give you an overview about NRIP. So we help companies to achieve their operational delivery excellence, and we design and implement scalable technology solutions for customers. So NRIP offers services in consulting, solution design, and implementation, managed services, and 24/7 global tech support. So we help clients to streamline their business operations. Specifically, we can say software delivery operations, customer service operations, strategy and management operation, and business support operation. And client choose NRIP because we are specialties in agile and DevOps, ITSM, PPM, cloud, all the critical elements that are needed for the digital transformation. That was for NRIP overview. And Kamini, could you please move to next slide? So we have offices in India, Singapore, and Dubai. And if we check about numbers, so we have 400 plus clients, we have 10 plus industries, 9 plus years of experiences, and 70 plus certified experts. And our partners are Atlassian, AWS, JFrog, Monday, JetBrains, GitLab, and Language. Move to next slide, please. So I would like to explain cloud offerings to you. So here in NRIP, we are providing this cloud offering to customers, which includes cloud security, cloud migration deployment, cloud managed services, database migration, DevOps, backup and disaster recovery. So I will just give you a brief about each offer. So talking about cloud security. So under cloud security, with identity and access management, so we make sure that users are following a very strong authentication, and we work on security threat detection as well as data logging and encryption. So we have automated patching by using AWS patch management service. We automated the patching, and by maintaining security practices, we make sure that everything is compliant in the cloud. So if we talk about cloud migration and deployment, we worked on migration readiness assessment and planning. And that includes a database migration, application migration, and infrastructure migration, which we call as a lift and shift migration. Another offer is cloud managed services. So once we move our infrastructure, customers' infrastructure from on-premises to AWS cloud, after that we have to provide support by using AWS managed services. So by using these services, we can have a complete visibility to the infra which we have built on the cloud, and also it provides a very faster support mechanism. And here in INRIP, we have AWS certified team who can help customer to achieve this goal. Moving to next offer is database migration. So AWS database migration service is managed migration and replication service that helps you to move your databases and analytics workloads on the AWS very quickly and securely. By doing this, we can save on overhead expenses, we can enhance speed and performance, can create reliable backups, and cut down on data storage costs. If we talk about DevOps, our NGRIP DevOps engineers introduces processes, tools, and methodologies to balance software development lifecycle. So from coding, deployment, and maintenance update. So they do consulting, CI/CD pipeline, containerization, configuration management in the DevOps works. And the last offer, that is backup and DR. So we have Elastic disaster recovery service details with us, and by utilizing that service, we provide disaster recovery, synchronous replication, objective storage backup, and centralized backup to this solution to customer. So that was all about AWS cloud offers which we provide customers in the market. So thank you, and over to you, Kamini.
Thank you so much, Ketki. Thank you for taking us through your AWS offerings. It's time to poll. Now I'll shoot a poll question. You can see the question on your screen.
Kami, the poll question is still not up.
Just a minute.
Right. In the meantime, everyone, we'll be holding this poll question for around 40 seconds. Please feel free to participate in the poll question, and we'll shoot up the answers in some time. In case you have any questions, please feel free to ask those in the Q&A tab. We'll be holding a specific session at the end of the webinar where everyone will answer your questions. So please feel free to ask any question that you have or you may have related to the webinar, and we'll definitely either answer it live or we can answer it once the entire session is done, and we'll be moving on to the poll Q&A session. Thank you. So here is the first poll question. Where are you currently hosting your database? So are you currently hosting it on-prem, AWS, Azure, GCP, or is there any other cloud provider that you're holding on to? Please feel free to participate in this poll question, and I think, yeah, we'll be good with the poll question. We'll be putting out the answers in just about now. Yeah. Cool. So looks like we have a lot of answers in the meantime. Kamini, please, can you push up the results of this poll, please?
Sure. We are done with the poll, and here you can see the results.
Yeah, seems about right. Yeah, thank you everyone for participating in this poll. Yeah, and up next we have.
Thank you everyone. Now we can see that 60% of the participants are hosting their database on AWS. It's really good for us to know. Thank you. Now with this, I would like to invite Praveen from Crayon to take ahead from this. Praveen, over to you.
Thanks, Kamini. So thanks, Ketki, because it was great start and sharing the insightful, story about INRIP. I'm just sharing my deck.
Yeah, Praveen, you also have to. Yeah, you're now live. Yeah.
Just a second. Yeah, my deck is visible.
Yeah,
right?
it's visible. It's visible. Yes, you can go ahead.
Hi everyone. My name is Praveen, and I takes care of Crayon West India region. And we are closely associated with INRIP because INRIP is our prominent and valuable partner when it comes to cloud. And we are deeply engaging, across the various cloud along with the INRIP and helping a lot of customers in terms of their digital transformation journey. So I would like to, brief about Crayon. We'll give you some brief insight before we are moving to next part of the session. So, Crayon started basically in 2002. So it is almost 20 years we have completed, and we are thankful to our all peers, vendors, partners, and customers to provide us a insightful journey. We have 20 years of experience, so a lot of accomplishment through these years. So we have more than 600 certifications across the globe. 80% global market we are addressing because we have footprints in almost 50 countries as of now. In India, we are headquartered at Mumbai, and globally we are headquartered at Oslo, Norway. We have more than 4,000 employees and strong relationship with almost all major publishers like AWS, Microsoft, or you name any hypervisors, VMware, Red Hat, and Citrix. So we are basically into cloud consulting. We are helping our customers on their end-to-end cloud journey or digital transformation journey. We are basically VAT value-added distributor for these publishers, and we are closely working with our channel partner. And we are together here with INRIP to discuss about overall ISV journey, that how we can benefit our ISV customers. These are the few pillars, 4 pillars basically, where our Crayon entire value West, that is integrity, pace, quality, and agility. Whatever we do, generally, this is evolves around this only. That's how this 20 years of accomplishment giving us a tremendous growth across the global market. There are few recognition which reflect globally for Crayon. So this is Gartner recognition. So there is 2 company you can see. One is Crayon and another is Angel Point. Both are they are in the leader quadrants. And basically, when we started Crayon in 2002, we were pioneer in SAM, software asset management. So we have a lot of expertise globally and India too, and we are helping our customers from that point of view, software asset management point of view, where we start from the assessment of the customer application or infra, and then we work on optimization story, or what is the best practices or recommendation is required. So generally that practice we follow throughout our approach while addressing customers requirement. So like already discussed, that there are certain pillars on which our values and practices are based. So this is House of Crayon. These are the main pillars which laid the foundation of our overall approach in terms of addressing our customer requirement. These are the defined approach when Crayon enter into any discussion along with our partner for their customers need or their ISVs need. So these evolves around SAM, cloud, data, AI, and managed services. So we have complete team around these expertise, and we have managed services knock on SOC in within India. We have also ISV incubation center in Bangalore. So that's how we are able to give entire value proposition when it comes to addressing the requirement. These are the certain accomplishment, or you can say credential which we are owning to the globe, across the globe and in India. So we are having portfolio like hyperscaler, where Azure and AWS both are our prominent engagement area. When it comes to hypervisor, we have VMware, Citrix, and Red Hat, where we used to support if it comes for anything related to virtualization or OpenStack. When it comes to any backup and DR portfolio, we have Veeam, Acronis, and Carbonite, where we are helping our customer on their overall digital transformation journey. Apart from this, we have entire managed services team, deployment, migration, anything which is required, and we are tightly integrated with the NREP team. So wherever it is required, we complement each other and support our all ISV customers. These are the few strategic partnership which is already in place when it comes to Creo. And we are basically value-added distributor and cloud aggregator for these OEMs. And everything we have in OpEx model, where we deal only in pay-as-you-go model for these OEMs. We don't have anything into traditional licensing, perpetual, or any hardware kind of stuff. So everything is related to OpEx, and that's how we have built the expertise over the cloud and consulting. So that's it from my side. More context will be coming through the rest of the speakers through the sessions. So I'm handing over to Ketki from here.
Thank you, Praveen. Thank you for taking us through Crayon overview. Now it's again, let me share my, now it's again time to go into the detail of the technicalities of the webinar and on the real main topic. So for that, I would like to invite Sri Raja from Crayon. Sri Raja, over to you.
Thank you, Kamini. Thank you, Andrew team, for inviting us and giving us this opportunity to talk about the ISV motion and helping us connect with the ISVs. 1 second. Okay, and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for taking time to join us today. My name is Sri Raja. I am the ISV manager with Crayon. I take care of all the ISV strategies and programs initiatives that we have in Crayon to help our partners, their customers, scale up their business on cloud. Because now the customer engagement is not just about hosting the application on cloud, but it's about the programs and the strategies that those are in place to help ISV scale up their business. So one of the Q&A that just came, someone was saying that they got some funding to drive some cloud funding they got, I believe, on Azure. So these are some of the programs that we have. These are some of the initiatives that we work very closely with both the OEMs, both the cloud OEMs that we have. So we'll just talk about that in detail. So thanks, Praveen, for introducing Crayon. So as Praveen said, he spoke about ISV Incubation Framework and ISV Incubation Center. So framework is the program's name, and center is, we have a physical ISV center in Bangalore office where we drive this a lot of these ISV initiatives. So I'll quickly jump on to the ISV piece of today's discussion. Just 1 second. Okay, so I hope everyone can see my screen. Kitty, can you confirm? Oh, sorry. Kamini, can you confirm?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thanks. So, especially in sessions like this, I'm usually asked, like, what is an ISV? ISV is any company with their own application, and their core business is to sell their application. Those companies are called ISVs, or independent software vendors. We have a very different strategies for ISVs than the non-ISV customers we work with, is because the growth potential. As I said, ISVs are in business of selling their application. So the growth potential of any ISV is way more than the other customers. We have customers who started with us with few $100, and now they are burning $200,000-$300,000 every year. So that is the kind of growth we expect. And because of that exponential growth, their requirements are very different than the non-ISVs we work with. The scalability, their agility is very much different than the non-ISV customers we work with. So that is the reason we have this program we call ISV Incubation Framework, which is a unique concept where we integrate people, process, and the cloud infrastructure. Cloud infrastructure, whatever infra you're going to choose, people and process, these are the diversified community of people and programs or initiatives that we leverage to help ISVs with their cloud adoption journey. Now, when we talk about people, there are a lot of people from partner community, NRIP's team, from Crayon team, from OEM team, a lot of processes that is designed in such a way that first we help you with assessment, then you get consulting, assessment, migration, then program adoption. There are a lot of stages you have to go through. And that is what we call ISV Incubation Framework. Now, what exactly do ISVs look out for? Now, the requirement for of any ISV or any customers per se have changed drastically. Now, when a customer is choosing a cloud infrastructure, they are not just looking at hosting their application on cloud. They want to work with a partner who can envision their, their product business, and they can partner with someone who will support them with their vision for their product. Now, what typically ISVs look out for is how can they sell more? How can they acquire more customers? Who is the right cloud aggregator for their product? There are certain benefits that you get from one OEM, but there are certain benefits that you'll get from other OEM, which may be more relevant to you. So choosing the right cloud aggregator for you, choosing how can you gain more expertise? So technology is drastically changing. I'll give you one example. We were working with one of the cloud provider, one of the ISV with a cloud video analytics application. They wanted to integrate their application with ERP services. So we got them connected to a ISV in West, and the thing worked out. So that is how you can scale your expertise for driving your product business. That is something that we can help you with. Trust the right cloud platform. Now, security is one of the primary requirements of any ISVs we work with these days. They are working with a lot of their customer data. So security they want to look at for now. That is some expertise that we can work along with NRIP to support you. Then we have scalability. Yes, of course, scalability is the primary objective of all the engagements that we have in Crayon and NRIP. Moving on, now there are different type of customers we work with. Okay, we have customers who comes to us with just an idea of a product. We have a customer who recently bootstrapped their product. We have customers who are well funded. We have customers who they already have existing application, but they want to build a new application with us. So we have expertise in supporting all this different kind of ISV journey, all these different stages of innovation journey for our customers, because every stage has different set of requirement, and we can support you with that. Now, talking about the different scenarios where we can help you, there are primarily 5 scenarios or 5 stages where we can help you with. One is, of course, as I said, we have dedicated ISV engagement model. So if you talk about Crayon, in India alone, we have more than 500 ISVs that we are working with. And with that expertise, we have created this ISV incubation framework model. Now, the motion that we have, the ISV motion that we have in Crayon is tailor-made to suit ISV's requirements. So every ISV will have a different requirement, and we have expertise to identify those requirements and deliver it to the ISV. We have a very diversified partner community. Now, this is also very useful when with your expansion plan. The example that I gave you about video analytics ISV with an ERP ISV, they joined hands together. Now they are giving a joint proposition to their customers. Now, these kind of a business opportunity is something that we can drive with you. A global reach. Now, as Praveen said, we are a global organization. We are there in more than 80% of the global workable market. So whatever global expansion strategies you have, we can support you with that. Now, it purely depends on the business model, the product. We have the capability of supporting you with that. For an example, there could be ISV who want to be out of India, who want to be stationed out of India, but want to sell globally. There are various strategies for that. One of the primary strategies, of course, using OEM marketplace. The second is there are ISVs who want to expand their offices outside India. So even in that scenario, we can help you with regional connects, local connects, not just partner Crayon, but we can also help you get connected to the regional OEM contacts as well. Technical capabilities. So as Praveen said, we are working very closely with NRIP in this. Any kind of services requirement you have, pre-sales, post-sales, there are a lot of DevOps services, managed services that ISVs look out for because they just want to focus on their product. They don't want to take the hassle of focusing on infrastructure. So that is what we vouch for. We always tell the ISVs that you just focus on your product. For a technical requirement, DevOps, integration, SaaSification, we are there for you. We can support you with all those technical requirements as well. POC credit support is also something you can leverage. The idea is not just helping you technically to go live on cloud infrastructure, but also test and try your application. So we can give you some credits, 30 days. In some case, it can be more than 30 days as well. The idea is you can test and try your application on cloud. And once you are comfortable, you can start using it on pay-as-you-go model with NRIP and Crayon, of course. The last one is, of course, a go-to-market support. Now, majority of the ISVs, especially the new age ISVs, what we have observed is they have expertise of their product, but they miss out on the marketing opportunities. They miss out on the skill set to market their product. I've myself interacted with many ISVs. They have beautiful solutions, but they miss out on promoting it. Now, there are a lot of programs from all the OEMs where they are helping ISVs market their product. And a lot of these ISVs are missing out on those opportunities. Now, the ISV incubation framework that we have in Crayon is designed in such a way that we will also help you strategize your go-to-market strategy for your product. So there are certain set of benefits that we take from OEM and help ISVs gain that market exposure. And then along with that, there are certain GTM that we provide to our customers, which can help them with their market expansion. For an example, tech events. Now you see Crayon's tech event. It is segmented in two parts. First is PRTs and CRT. PRT is where we invite our Crayon partners and introduce them to you. Now, this is the initiative that I told you about, where that video analytics company partnered with the ERP company. Now, that kind of engagement happens in PRT. CRT is we have agency who drive these various webinars for our customers, and you can use one of those webinars to talk about your application. So this is one-to-many kind of session where you will be just one ISV presenter talking about your product's capability, you can probably give a demonstration, and whatever leads that is generated from that event will be passed on to you, and you can start working on this lead and increase your customer exposure. The ROI that we expect from these kind of activity is any new customer that you're going to acquire from these kind of session will also impact your cloud consumption that is with us. So that is the kind of ROI that we expect conducting these sessions. Then we also have digital and print media support. So we are partnered with various media houses, both digital and print. We have exclusive column called Born on Cloud with various digital media houses, where we conduct ISVs, interviews, articles, shout out. There are a lot of things that we do. It depends on quarter to quarter what kind of initiatives we have. Moving on. So as I said, all the ISV engagements, ISV customers we have, our simple ask is that you focus on your product innovation and we will take care of the platform. You have any kind of DevOps requirement, any kind of technology requirement, we can support you with it. There are a lot of services that you can leverage to ensure that your platform is up and running 24/7. There are a lot of managed services that you can get from NRIP and Crayon that can help you, manage your cloud platform for you. Global reach, I've already spoken about. Optimization cost. Now, this is a very important piece. We have seen a lot of these ISVs are already on cloud, and sometimes they miss out on optimizing their cloud infrastructure. In whatever engagement we have in Crayon and NRIP, every customer who gets onboarded, we provide them a very basic optimization support free of cost. Now, this is quite basic, but we have seen significant impact on this optimization support to our customers. At times, we miss out on the services that we're using. It's during the migration, the optimization assessment, we notice that some services are being used, which can be used in a different format, which can be used along with some other services, which can help you optimize your cloud cost impact. So maintaining competitive advantage, again, this is all about how you can collaborate, how you can expand your services. Again, this is something we do on ISV to ISV. We have a one-on-one consultancy with all the ISVs that we work with to understand what are the additional areas where we can work with to expand their business in other divisions as well. And global technology partnerships. So as Praveen said, we are a distributor. We are distributing Microsoft, Azure, AWS Cloud Infra, GCP, not in India. In other countries we are doing it, not in India. But then there are various other partners, Red Hat, Veeam, Citrix. Now, this is also something that you can definitely leverage, because when you mix or package a lot of these services for your requirement, you can save a lot of costing. Now, this is again, when we start our discussion, we'll explain you like how you can save cost. Probably Red Hat on AWS can save you some cost if you're using Red Hat. Citrix on AWS or Azure can help you save some cost. So again, this is one of the discussion we have with all the ISVs we work with. Now, this is the typical journey that you experience when you get onboarded as a customer. So we start with the onboarding where we do an app evaluation, where we try to understand what is your product, what is it, what is your business requirement, what kind of engagement model can be enabled for you, what OEM benefits can be passed on to you. On the basis of that, we work on your workload migrations plan. We work on partnership enrollment. So when you get onboarded as a customer, there are certain partnership enrollment that we have to do with OEMs as well. So that partnership enrollment also kicks in stage one. In stage two is where we have the in-depth technology discussion, where we talk about the POC support, any kind of DevOps or app modernization support, the basic optimization support I spoke about, all those kicks in stage two. Stage three is where we talk about marketplace onboarding, your GTM strategies kicks in. And stage four is more in-depth scale on cloud strategies. Now, this is where ISVs get connected to our larger team, larger sales team, and see how you can strategically engage with our sales team to sell your application. There are some private co-sell offering that we drive with our ISVs. There are certain co-sell motion that we get from the OEMs that we can help you with. Moving on, so these are some of the benefit that every ISV get every time they get onboarded to NRIP and Crayon. There are certain technical enablement support, that is mapping the resource. So we provide you with consultancy on migration, all the cloud services that you can leverage to optimize your cloud infrastructure cost. Pre-sales and technical support. Yes, we also provide you post-sales services as well. I'll talk about that in a bit. Then, of course, migration support, business enablement support. Again, this is to compete with the larger ISVs that we have in the market. You should definitely look at how you can leverage this business enablement support that you can get from this engagement. Marketing that I just spoke about, OEM support that we can always take from AWS or Microsoft, Crayon case studies, Crayon ISV support, Crayon PRTs and CRTs that you can definitely leverage from this engagement. Now, ISV desk is what I want to talk about. So in Crayon, we have a dedicated ISV desk. This ISV desk is segmented in 3 parts. There are 3 different teams. So you have one, you can, for whatever queries you have, you can reach out to Crayon's ISV desk, Crayon ISV desk at crayon.com. Depending on your query, you will be assigned to one of these 3 different teams. For an example, if you have any basic program level queries, what is ISV? How can I leverage ISV motion? What are the programs that can be beneficial for me? Can I get cloud credits? Can I get some POC support? All those queries will be addressed by the first team. The second is for pre-sales and technical assistance. How can I go live on marketplace? What are the things that I need to collect to leverage marketplace? Can I get some technical assistance? For all those queries addressed by second team in this desk. And the third team is for any kind of basic migration and deployment. We give up to $2,000 of SOW worth free migration and deployment services, or up to 5 VMs, whatever is smaller, to our ISVs. So ISV desk is something which is available not just, I mean, it is a desk, help desk, not just for Crayon, but also for our partner and customer community. So whatever query you have, you can always reach out to Crayon ISV desk. With that, I'll come to my last slide for the day. So Crayon advantages, as I said, I've spoken about the ISV motion, the expertise that we have gained from 500 plus ISVs we have in the ecosystem. We have stitched together this ISV motion to help ISVs scale up their business on cloud. Every ISV get a dedicated account manager. So this account manager will work very closely with NRIP account manager and provide you all the required support. So these are like 2 additional support which will be available to you when you get onboarded to NRIP and Crayon. Diversified partner community I told you about. When I say partner community, I'm talking about ISV community. I'm talking about partners who are innovating on a daily basis. You can probably collaborate. You can probably add resellers for your product. Technical capability, I spoke about the diversified technical capability that we have, that we work very closely with NRIP. There are a lot of services that we also take from NRIP to support our customers. Global expansion support, depending on your business and depending on your product, we can of course help you with your global expansion support and GTM support strategies. Now, this is something that every ISV should work on, because it's a free of cost support that you get along with your cloud infrastructure to market your product. This can help you scale your business. Should definitely leverage it. With that, I am at the end of my session. If you have any questions, I will be there till end of the session. I'll be there. I'll be responding to your queries. And if you have any queries, you can reach out to NRIP team, and we'll be more than happy to support you. With that, thank you. Over to you, Ramni.
Thank you, Sri Raja. Thank you for such an insightful session. I'm sure the ISVs presenting here will get benefit from this session. It is such an insightful, and I'm sure the majority of them are already on cloud. But if some of the ISVs are not there, then they want to optimize the cost, then I'm sure this session would help them. Now again, it's poll time. I'll shoot the second poll here. It will be visible at your screen in a while. You'll get 40 seconds to answer this poll. The poll is there. So the question is, Current challenges facing by your business team: security and compliance, cost optimization, agility, scalability and flexibility, or GTM. You can answer your question here. We will display the results after once the poll get ends, or maybe in next 20 to 30 seconds. I would request everyone to participate. I can see, yes, people are answering. So we have just few seconds left. That's it now. Now I'll push the results. Here are the results. We can see that 39% of the attendees are facing challenges in cost optimization. They want to reduce the cost of their infrastructure and their maintenance. So of course, we can help you out in that along with Crayon. Now moving forward, I would like to invite Ketki to present a case study here. Ketki, over to you.
Thank you, Kamini. Could you please move to next slide? Yeah. Okay, so hi everybody. I would like to explain one case study where we have moved infrastructure of a customer from on-premises to cloud. And I will just like to explain what problem customer were facing, what are the solutions which we have implemented, and what was the outcome. So you all know that during the pandemic time, everybody all the students from college, schools were moved to online platform. And suddenly the user count get increased for the online learning platform. So now, like as everybody is using online courses, online learning platform, now customer also need to create an infrastructure which is suitable for students and according to the increased count. So the problem here was like customer had hosted their infrastructure on premises, and they were serving user requests very smoothly. But due to sudden increase of user count, and as user increasing rapidly, so customer now is worrying about for their existing infrastructure, and they want to increase the infrastructure. They want to implement scalability. If they buy hardware in the market, they have to give a upfront cost, again 24/7 monitoring, which is a very big challenge here. So we have proposed AWS EC2 solution to the customer. So we have suggested them to launch their application, to host their application on EC2 instance in AWS, and prefer RDS service for the database. So we got it tested on a different EC2 instance type, and then we have finalized one EC2 instance type for them. We have completed the migration, and also to implement scalability, we have used auto scaling group in setup between two instances along with the load balancer. So what will happen if user number get increase or decrease? There will be no impact on the live session, and environment will get scale up and scale down accordingly. So also we have recommended a GP3 EBS storage for the faster performance. Then we have enabled saving plan for the customer. So by enabling saving plan, customer will get to know which service he is using and how much cost he is paying for the services. So which is very transparent. And we have enabled WAF for the security purpose and CDN services as well. And we have enabled daily backups as well. So daily backups are very useful. If anything happens with the current environment, we can quickly go and we can restore the server from the latest available backup. Also, along with that, we have implemented a CloudWatch and CloudTrail. So like if anything happen in the infrastructure, I will refer CloudWatch metrics if CPU and memory utilization is high. And I will, then I will, according to the CPU utilization, I will perform some solution on that part. So which is a very proactive way, like by doing the monitoring, by analyzing the metrics on the CloudWatch, I can get alarm, I can receive alarm, I will get to know that CPU is spike on the server or memory utilization is high on the server. So I will quickly go and I will resolve the issue, which is a very proactive way. And now we are providing managed services then to manage the infrastructure which is already present in the cloud. Kamini, could you please move to next slide? So now here I explained what was the problem, what solution we proposed to the customer, how we implemented this on AWS, what are the services we have used. And now we can just go through the outcome of this case study. So customer is very satisfied by moving his infrastructure on the cloud. Now they were able to onboard their additional customers very smoothly on the learning platform, and they were change, add or configure in a service, remove a service in a very less time. Now, as I have already told, due to auto scaling, what happen is if user count get increase or decrease, the environment will scale up and down automatically. So there will be no impact on the users' active sessions. And as they are managing their infrastructure, the big advantage here is like customer can only focus on their application and they don't have to worry about the infrastructure because we administrator can give them a support for the infrastructure. And also CDN services help in reducing the latency, thus improving the access speed. So by implementing these here, the benefits are like 50% increases in onboarding of the customer and the cost reduction is of 20%. So this is how we help our customer to move his infra from on-premises to cloud very smoothly. Yeah, thank you, Kamini. Over to you.
Thank you, Ketki. Thank you for presenting this case study. I'm sure this will be a good reference for many of the ISVs presenting here because they might, as we can say that they are struggling in optimizing cost through the polls result. So they might be seeking some alternatives or some options by which they can optimize their cost. This would be a good reference for them. They can reach out to us later. So the last here, I would like to shoot the last poll for the day, but I won't be showing the results here. This poll, the poll will. You can see the poll at your screen. I would request everyone to participate and vote for it.
Yeah, thank you, Kamini. You can see the poll on the screen right now. So here we'll have our, please participate in this poll because we'll have our experts who will have a detailed discussion with you and they'll identify your problems so that you'll be able to evaluate multiple options. And because helping ISVs is something that we take real pride in, and our experts are here to help you. They'll help you in reaching a larger customer base at a reduced cost per seat once you move to the cloud. In case you have any questions, do feel free to push it in the Q&A tab. We encourage you guys to participate in this poll question because it's something that we, the challenges that our experts are here are to solve your challenges so that you can plan, and they'll help you in planning a customized roadmap, especially for you, and coming up with a solution that works specifically for you. So thanks a lot for participating in this poll. I can see we have a lot of questions in the Q&A and people are waiting for them to get answered. So thanks, Kamini, for pushing up this poll. I think we can, I think most of our session is almost completed. So can we have the speakers on the screen? And I have a couple of questions that I wanted to answer. So yeah.
Sure. We'll have, I would request our speakers to take the question and answer. Now, I'll stop my screen.
Yeah, thank you. So I'll push the first question right now. Sriraja, if you feel free to take this question. I think someone's asked that they are currently on AWS and are planning to move to Azure as well, since they have got around 150K USD credits from Azure. So
yeah. Vilas, if it's just the credit that you're looking at, then of course it's completely on you if you want to decide to move to Azure from AWS. If the credits excite you, but just as on a side note, we are a partner for the Microsoft Founders Hub program. Also, this 150K that you have received is under that Startup Founders Hub program. We can help you with that as well. So what typically happens is you get a credit for some time, 150K for 12 months. And after that, when you graduate, you'll need a partner to migrate to. I mean, either you have two options. One is you continue and pay as you go model, that is via your credit card or PG model. The second is you partner with one of the partners like NRIP and move to CSP model. So you will get an option. So for till the time you reaches that level, we can support you with that, but it's completely on you if you're okay to shift your workload from AWS to Azure. Okay. If you need support with your Startup Founders Hub program, we are there to support you. You can reach out to NRIP team and they will get you connected to the right point of contact.
Yeah, and once this session is over, I'm sure there will be consultants from our end also who will be able to reach you, and then you can discuss the same with them, maybe prepare a roadmap, and then look forward to getting you on board with us as well. I guess we have another question. There's someone who's asking, how can they reduce time on issues related to cloud migration, such as amount of time required for its completion and cross-platform compatibility?
So this question is, so this is a very complex question to answer. It's not typically a general for all the customers. It purely depends on what kind of workload you have. It depends on the complexity of the workload. Now I'll tell you, any workload which is too much dependent on IP, it will take long time to get migrated. So we have cloud experts. NRIP team can help you with that, and they have the expertise with these kind of migrations. But it purely depends on the complexity of the workload.
Yeah, fabulous. So Praveen, do you want to take this? We have someone asked, what if you have to scale down as demand decreases? I think it's a very broad sort of question, and I tried to frame it in a better way. Would you like to take this one?
I think we need more context related to these queries, but definitely, there are many ways by which we can address this concern. Generally, we have approach of, having the complete assessment of current infra, right? And then probably we will be able to give you the required inputs. Our, respective solution architect team can get in touch with you to understand in detail, and probably we will be able to give you the right suggestion around it.
Yeah. Now this question seems to be incomplete. Existing infra with third-party systems. So this architects would need more info, like what kind of third-party systems are we talking about? Is it third-party platform? Are you trying to set up some multi-cloud environment? There's nothing which cannot be done, but we need more clarity. So as Praveen said, yes, we'll have to align one of our cloud architect to understand what kind of environment are we talking about.
Yeah, I think it's better if once we end the session, it's better if we get in touch with you or vice versa, and maybe get a little bit more information on this, because I think it's still a very broad sort of question that you've asked. So it's better if we get some sort of clarity on that, so that we can maybe help you prepare a roadmap and then maybe get on board with this. All right, we have, so Ketki, would you like to take this? How can NRIP support with managed services and help them focus on their product?
Yeah, okay. So NRIP provides support with AWS managed services, which helps you to adopt AWS at scale and operate more efficiently and securely, I can say. So AWS managed services provides you a very proactive way, detective capabilities, and you can raise your bar in operation by using cloud managed services. So whenever we migrate infrastructure from on-premise to cloud, so migration is just a first phase, but after migrating the infrastructure, we have to provide support to the infrastructure. For that, we use cloud managed services. And for that, we here in NRIP, we all AWS certified engineers, we are providing that support. Thank you.
Right. Yeah, I think there's someone who's also asked, what controls do you provide to optimize the cloud cost?
So
Yeah.
yeah. So we whenever anybody has a question regarding cloud cost optimization, we'll analyze first how infrastructure is built for the customer, what are the services he is using when he's in on-premise. And when we move to cloud, we will check what are the services, best services which we can offer to the customer. We'll list down the services, we'll check what is the latest price of those services, and then we can optimize the billing. So it's actually depend what exactly infrastructure currently customer is using and what technology is using.
Right. Yeah. All right. So Adarsh has asked what steps we can use to reduce the cost in AWS and have optimized services. So yeah, anyone who'd like to take, Sriraja, would you like to take this one?
So again, this is not optimization is a process. It's not a step that you can do, which can help you optimize the cost. So before doing any kind of optimization, there is an assessment that is involved. In the assessment, we primarily understand what is the kind of workload you have and what are the kind of services that you're using for those workloads. So again, it's a process, not a step with which you can trigger the cost optimization. So this require in-depth understanding and assessments. But again, we are there for you. NREP is anyways giving free business consulting service.
Yeah.
So leverage the consulting service. Let's discuss your workload. If you're already in AWS, just discuss your workload. We are there to support you on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can see a lot of questions also, but I think we've managed to reach the time limit. And as much as we'd like to answer all of your questions, I think it's a very busy Wednesday and it's better to respect everybody's time and close this session on a high note. And you guys have been a really lovely audience. We've had a lot of fun interacting with you guys. And don't worry, we are here to help you. Paresh from our team, he'll be there. He'll get in touch with you. You can ask as many questions as you want. Get him confused with every stuff that comes up to your mind. And we'll keep in touch with you after that. And then maybe we look forward to your company after that. So thank you everyone for joining. I'd like to thank all of the speakers here. Ketki, Sriraja, Praveen, you guys have been a really lovely it's been a really lovely session, and you've been providing us with the best of the information that we have. So thanks everyone for joining us. We'll see you soon in another session, and don't worry, Paresh is there to help you. So you, as soon as the session ends, he'll be there to ping you. He'll be the first guy on your call. So thanks a lot everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you, team.
Thanks,
Have a nice
everyone.
day.